It was 11:47 p.m. on my phone. The rain had just stopped. The roads were still wet and cold. Raka, I, had just come home from working late. As usual, I took the shortcut around the back of the complex. I'd been taking this route for almost 3 years. It was quiet, but fast. The street lights were dim. The asphalt was shiny black, reflecting light like a broken mirror. A cold wind bit my neck. For some reason, the atmosphere that night was different. It was too quiet. No crickets, no motorbikes, not even a dog could be heard. I kept walking. About 5 minutes later, I stopped. I felt lost.
It was the same road, though, but the shop at the corner was gone, replaced by a large tree that had never been there before. The blue house that used to be on the left was gone. All that remained was a rusty fence and an empty yard. I swallowed hard. "Maybe I'm tired," I muttered. I continued walking faster, but the further I walked, the stranger everything became. The streetlights went out one by one behind me. Only the one in front flickered. Knock, knock, knock. My footsteps sounded too loud. It was as if I wasn't the only one walking. I stopped. The sound was still there. Knock, knock, knock. Like footsteps, but slower. I turned quickly. Empty. No one there. A long, straight road shrouded in a thin mist. But the smell of wet earth suddenly changed. It became fishy, like the scent of blood. My chest began to tighten. I quickened my pace. I almost ran.
In the distance, I saw someone standing right under the last streetlight. His figure was dark, his back to me, silent. "Excuse me," my voice trembled. There was no answer. I approached. As I got closer, I realized his feet weren't touching the ground. His toes dangled a few inches in the air. I froze. The light above him was off, and then I felt cold breath right on my ear. "The street isn't this one." The voice wasn't from in front of me. It was from the back of my neck.
I screamed and spontaneously ran as fast as I could. I didn't care about the direction. I didn't care about the slippery road. I only had one thought: get out of there. But strangely, the road seemed endless. The lights came back on one by one, but in a different order. Bends that never existed, narrow alleys that suddenly appeared, houses tilted as if staring back at me. And in every reflection, I didn't see myself. All I could see was the shadow of someone else standing right behind me. I closed my eyes as I continued running. Until suddenly, I bumped into something. I fell to my knees. It hurt. When I opened my eyes, I saw my gate, my house. A black fence, a mango tree, a small terrace. I almost cried with relief. I ran inside, locked the door, and turned on all the lights. My body was shaking. My breathing was ragged.
I took a sip of water and sat on the sofa, trying to calm myself. "Just hallucinating, just tired," I whispered. Just then, my phone rang. It was a notification from the CCTV camera in front of the house. I was surprised. I opened it. The screen showed me standing in front of the gate, still, not moving. His head slowly lifted, staring directly at the camera. Then he smiled, but I was sitting inside the house. And at the same time, a soft voice came from outside the door. "Knock, knock, knock." "Raka," a voice that sounded very much like mine. "Open, I'm home." I I froze on the sofa. The knock on the door was soft but distinct. Knock, knock, knock. Raka, open. It was my voice. The tone of voice, the way I said it, even the breath were exactly the same. My hands trembled as I held the phone. The CCTV screen was still on. The figure outside the gate was no longer smiling. His head was tilted unnaturally. His neck looked like it was about to break. And his eyes? Black, not dark.
But it was empty, like a hole. Knock, knock, knock. Louder this time. It's cold outside. I'm tired. I want to go in. I backed away slowly. My footsteps touched something on the floor. Creak. I looked down. There were wet footprints from the direction of the door. Come in, into the house. The door was still locked. The smell of rotting earth suddenly filled the living room, and then I heard breathing. Not from outside, but from behind me.
Her face was pale. Her lips were split all the way down to her cheeks. Her eyes were black and watery. She smiled widely and moved, pressed against my body. Cold, dark, tight, like something had entered my chest. My vision blurred, my body fell, and just as I was about to lose consciousness, I heard the sound of the front door opening. Then footsteps entered, light, calm, and the voice said softly, "Thank you. Now I'm going home."
The next morning, my neighbors saw me leaving for work as usual. They greeted me. They smiled. It was normal. No one knew, since that night, I never saw my reflection in the mirror again.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, and follow other horror stories.